Hello friends, I'm Monica. Welcome to Fun Gardening. Today I will talk about the summer care of a very beautiful plant of summers, Bougainvillea. Bougainvillea is a very good plant of summers. In summer care, the first step is shift your plant in a sunny place because Bougainvillea likes full sun, 5 to 6 hours of full sun. It will flower only if it is getting 5 to 6 hours of sunlight. So first thing is shift your plants to any sunny place in your garden. Second thing is the soil. If you are growing your plant in a pot, the soil should be well drained. Third thing is give us a small pruning to your plant every 5 to 6 days. Small pruning means a sort of deadheading. Bougainvillea is a plant which flowers in Bougainvillea. Flowers grow in the end of terminally means in the on the tip of the branch. Flower inflorescence grows. So after it is a kind of which I am saying pruning, soft pruning. It is a kind of deadheading because bougainvilleas grow in inflorescence in an inflorescence, and when all the flowers are spent, you have to cut that tip of the branch, bare tip of branch without any flower. The remaining after flowering, the remaining tip of the plant, so that the new branches grow from the lower side and new flowers arise. This is very important. Keep on deadheading your plant or a small pruning of your plant. So I was saying soil should be well drained. Bougainvilleas like a root bound condition, so grow them in a little smaller pot in where they are root bound. In bigger pots, if you grow your plant in bigger pot according to the root ball of your plant, it will not bloom because then plant will spend its energy in growing the roots. First it will fill the pot, then after the roots grown and occupy all the space in the pot, the plant will start flowering. The plant will shift its energy towards the flowering. So grow your plant always in a smaller pot according to the root ball of your plant, which occupies the maximum space in the pot. This is the second thing. And the next thing is in February, give good amount of remove 2 or 3 inch of pot of soil in your take out 2 to 3 inch of soil from your pot and fill that space with the mixture of 80% vermicompost or cow dung manure and 20% the remaining taken out potting mix, and fill that the space in the pot with that mixture. Add 1 handful of bone meal in that manure, and half teaspoon of any fungicide powder. In February you have to do this because summer is the flowering period of bougainvillea, so we'll have to give it a good amount of manure in February. Bougainvillea likes potassium more than phosphate. So if your plant is not flowering after giving a good amount of manure, you can add 1 teaspoon of potash powder or banana peel powder in 1 teaspoon in each pot. This is for 12-inch pot. If your pot is bigger, you can increase the quantity. And if still your plant is not blooming, that means your plant is deficient in phosphorus and it is requiring more amount of phosphorus. So still if your plant is not flowering, give one small means 1 teaspoon of DAP in each 12-inch pot. That shows that DAP is required in flowering, but in less quantity than potash. But if it is not flowering after doing so many things, that means still your plant requires phosphorus. That's why we are, in the end, we are adding, if your plant, after taking all measures, still your plant is not flowering, this is the last step. Add 1 teaspoon of DAP to each 12-inch pot. When we come to watering, especially I want to say, when you give potash to your, giving potash powder to your plant, it should be given in moist soil, and after giving potash, spread along the periphery of the along the rim of the pot, and after adding potash, immediately you have to give water, because potash, if you give potash in dry soil, and if you don't add water immediately after giving potash, it can burn the roots of your plant. So it is very necessary to add water after giving potash. If you don't have potash, you can give banana peel fertilizer. That is also very rich in potash. So you can give water after boiling potatoes, the water which remaining water, you can give that water to your plant also. That is also very rich in potash. So this is about the fertilizer. And when now we come to the watering. Water requirement of Bougainvillea is very less. Water your plant only when the upper layer of soil is dry. And this is a trick. There is one trick. If your plant is not flowering at all, there is a trick. Don't give your water to your plant for if plant is in pot for 4 or 5 days, and if your plant is in ground for 15 days, don't give water to your plant. Then in 4 or 5 days, or when in ground in 15 days, plant will think that it is going to die, not getting any water, there is drought. And when you after 4 and 5 days give your plant water and liquid fertilizer, dissolve 1 teaspoon of DAP and 1 teaspoon of potash in 1 liter of water. After 4-5 days, give that water to your plant. And when your plant will get water after a long time, then it will behave, or it will think that now it's time to give flowers, because every individual, every plant grows for increasing or for growing more, for producing new generations. So flowers are the means of they produce seeds, and from seeds new generations arrive. So immediately plant will think, I was going to die and now I have got water, and they start producing flowers. So many flowers too, for regeneration, for propagation, for producing new generations. So this is a trick which gardeners follow, in nurserymen follow this technique to bring flowers in their plants. So if your plant is not flowering, you can do this to your plant. Then in the last, I can say, if still your plant is not flowering, it means your flower is too young, and young plants don't produce flowers for 1 year. They can produce, or sometimes they don't produce. If your plant is very young, it will not produce flowers. So don't worry. Let your plant grow bigger, and then for next year or after 1 or 2 months it will flower. Sometimes we give a very hard pruning to our plants. We prune our plants very hard. So in that conditions also for that season your plant will not produce. In ground you can give a good pruning to your plant, but if your plant is in pot, you have to think before giving a pruning. How much pruning you can give to your plant. So this is also one of the reasons sometimes your plant don't flower. As I said, bougainvilleas like root bound conditions. So if always grow them in small pot. If your plant is very extra, means root bound, then you can repot, and then also we have to take only a one size bigger pot, 1 inch bigger pot, not very big pot. So they also give maximum flowers when they are in root bound conditions. So friends, this is all about the summer care of your plant. Flower your plant every alternate day or every 2 days when the upper layer of soil is dry. Don't overwater your plant. They don't like to be set in water, or they like their soil to be on drier side. So this is all about bougainvilleas. And if your plants are flowering, then don't let the soil extra dry. Keep the soil little moist towards the moist towards the drier side. So friends, this is all about the summer care of bougainvilleas. They are very beautiful flowers of some flowering plants of summer, and very hardy plants. They come in very different vibrant colors. So friends, if you like this information, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Okay friends, bye.